All right, so Julian,
Yes.
we are here today because I have put together a quiz based on the themes of Monster Hunter monsters. Um, you feel up to the task, correct?
Uh, third best in the group, I would have probably say, but yeah,
Okay.
third most ready.
Okay. So I'm gonna go over the rules and then we'll get started. All right.
All right.
All right. 10 questions. Each question is worth 3 points for a total of 30 points. Um, I've sent you the audio files. You will play the first minute of each song. All right. Um,
Understood.
you
3 points
can
per question for 10, 30 points total.
yes, you can repeat the first minute one time each per question. There's no penalty for repeating the first minute. Um,
Okay.
every hint I give you or wrong guess you take takes away 1 point. Once you reach 0 points for that question, I will reveal the answer if you have not gotten it. Now, your hints can be the classification, so like what type of monster is it? Which game they were in, because I'm only doing the ones from the games that you have actually played. Obviously, I'm not counting Rise because you just started that. So just World and Wilds.
Understood.
Um, I will. You can ask me what rank they were in that game. Um, how many phases the fight has. Um, real world trivia around the monster, or in-game trivia around the monster. So, using an example, that is not on my list. If I played like if it was Rajang, I would tell you it was Iceborne. I would tell you it was Master Rank. I would tell you, um, I would say one phase, but it has 3 modes. That kind of stuff. You get it?
Understood. So, what if it was a monster that was in World, but another one that was not in Iceborne? Like, say, Devil Joe. That one was in World before it became Iceborne. Would you differentiate then?
I would specify that it was added in World. Yes.
Okay.
Um, now, the theme will be from their most recent game. So, again, if I was using Rajang, I would I would use the theme from Rise. Um, but yeah, so it's just like, if the monster was in World and in Wilds, I'd be using the Wilds version of the theme.
Understood.
Um, now, one last thing. There's a trick question in here. There is a question that is not a Monster Hunter monster theme. However, and so like if you don't get it, it doesn't count against you, which is why there's only 30 points. However, if you do get it, you get to keep those points. So you can score up to 33 if you got it perfect.
Okay.
All right. Are you prepared?
A hunter is always prepared.
All right. Then go ahead and click on number 1.
Oh
Oh.
God. The third bane of my existence.
I heard the PTSD kick in immediately. You got your answer?
Basil Geis, however you say the name, bagel juice.
That is correct. So you got 3 points already from question 1.
I really was thinking to myself, I wonder if fucking Basil Geis will be the first one. Like, how funny that would be.
I had to give you an easy one to start.
I understood easy, but I also thought the PTSD.
Yeah. All right.
I still can't look up in the sky anymore.
Right. All right, number 2 when you're ready.
Clicking. Hmm. Okay, that one, it's not the full minute, but sounds really familiar. I hear bits of Proof of Hero in there.
And there's only a few monsters that have a little bit of that song, so that kind of narrows it down, but I also worry it may or may not lead you in the wrong direction.
Can you give me the type of wyvern it is?
Type of monster?
Yeah, type of monster.
It is a Leviathan.
Leviathan. Leviathan. Can I ask a question, like if I were to say, does Brachydios count as a flying wyvern? Can I ask questions like that as an example?
Sure, and I won't count that. I will not count that as a hint because I know you don't necessarily know the classifications as well as I do.
Okay. Does damn it. Does Balahara count as a Leviathan?
Valahara is a Leviathan, yes. I'll just tell you, the traits of the Leviathans are generally long serpentine bodies. There are some exceptions, but long and serpentine. And they typically swim through a medium, be it water, sand, magma. They all have 4 legs. They don't have wings.
4 legs, swim through things. Oh. That's... What locale is this monster typically found in?
That's
Or
not
I
a
guess
hint.
when do you first encounter it?
That is not. Okay, so are you asking me the rank or the game?
No, I'm pretty sure this one's wilds. Like I'm almost certain on that.
Since if you figure out the answer to a hint on your own, I'll give it to you, and it doesn't count against you. Yes, this is a wilds monster.
I am gonna go with... It's tough. I'm gonna go Mizusune.
Nope. You have one more like point worth, like one more guess, one more whatever.
There's no way they would give a theme like that to Balahara. That's way too weak of a monster.
That is
so
correct.
The only other one I would go with is Uthduna.
That is incorrect. It is Lagiacris.
Lagiacris, huh?
Yep.
Okay. All right then.
All right.
I completely forgot about him.
Yeah, I was a little surprised to see that he didn't come to mind, but all right. Number 3 when you're ready. Now, I will say you might I don't know if it'll get there. I know there's a part of the song where you will recognize it if it gets there, but I don't know if it's in the first minute, so we'll see.
Okay. Let's see. Theme 3 going. Type of monster?
Brute wyvern. Those are the ones that have they're shaped like a T-Rex. You know, 2 legs, tail, body horizontal. They have arms, no wings.
And this is a world monster, isn't it?
It is an iceborne monster, but I'll still not count that against you.
Iceborne. Oh. shaped like a T-Rex looking.
I'll give you this for free. I picked him for this quiz specifically because I remember you gushing about how much you loved this theme.
And it's funny, if I loved it so much, why don't I remember it now?
Because I think, like I said, there's a specific part that I think you remember. But it's probably deeper into the song.
Okay. I'm gonna take a chance on this one, and I'm gonna say Devil Joe, because he's my favorite. Huh.
No, because you'll notice I did, when you said it was World, I did correct it and say Iceborne.
That's right, Iceborne.
So you're at you're now at 2 possible points for this one.
Okay, so what monsters are shown after Xeno'jiiva? The only other one I can think of. Oh, what is that one? What's the one with like the big antlers that throws the snow around? Hanna-Barbera?
I'd forgotten we called it Hanna-Barbera. You're thinking of Banbaro. That is not the correct answer.
Damn it.
Banbaro did not have his own theme. There were only... I guess there were only 3 monsters, 3 brute wyverns in Iceborne that had their own themes. 2 of them were like different kinds of the same monster, like how with Rathalos, you know, you have Rathalos, Azure, and you have Silver, that kind of thing. This one is for not the basic version of the monster. This is for
the variant.
Yeah.
Damn.
Free hint here. It is the monster's name involves an emotion. It's a very strong emotional thing that this monster is doing that makes it different than the normal version.
When you say that, that makes me think of fucking Rajang. Like, Furious Rajang. But I don't... Is he considered a brute wyvern?
He would not be a brute wyvern. He is a fanged beast. Now, I'm not going to count that against you. I'm going to give you... This is your one free reminder that Rajang is not on here, which is why I used him as an example.
Understood.
So you still have your one guess. But you're on the right track with, like, emotion and then monster name.
Okay, brute wyvern looks T-Rex looking. Emotion. Oh, I wish I would have paid more attention. I don't think I played a lot of the variants or main monsters outside of the main quest.
I did this fight with you. It's one last free hint. I need to stop doing this. One last free hint. There's a very big spectacle in this fight.
A big spectacle. I keep thinking, like, for some reason, I keep going back to, I'm not giving this my answer, as from Raging Brachydios, but I'm pretty sure that was World before it was Iceborne. At least Brachydios was, I know for sure. That's the only other one I could think of. I give up. I'm just gonna say Raging Brachydios, just to... It
is Raging Brachydios.
Oh my god, that was a complete guess.
And by the way, Brachydios was introduced in Iceborne as well, not World.
Oh, I thought it was World.
Yeah, nope. No, you...
Not in Elder's Recess?
Yeah, Brachydios is in the Elder's Recess, but he doesn't show up there until Iceborne.
Okay.
The story is that, like, a bunch of monsters who lived in different parts of the continent that the Research Commission had not explored yet started moving into places they already had explored because of everything that was going on with Shara, Ishvalda, and Valkana. But yeah, so that's that. So you're at 4 points so far out of a total of 9 possible. All right.
Now we're on to theme 4.
Theme 4.
Type of creature.
Flying Wyvern.
Flying wyvern. I feel like this is either a world or wilds monster.
Well, those are the only 2 games that you played, so it's from at least one of
I
them.
meant-
It might be from both.
I was trying to differentiate between world, iceborne, and wilds.
Ah, okay. I'll point you in the direction. I guess I'll give you this freedom. It's in both World and Wilds, and it's base game one.
So that tells me it's either the Rathian or the Rathalos. Because it already sounded very much like... It sounded very royalty-like. So it made me, for some reason, kind of gave off Rathian, Rathalos, Queen and King of the Skies kind of deal. So
now you just gotta figure out which one you want to guess. Which one do you think would get its own theme song?
Rathian is in Wilds as well as Rathalos, right?
Yes, they both Wraths are. Every time you get one Wrath in a game, you get both. So it just comes down to which one do you think would have its own theme song?
I'm gonna go Rathalos.
Rathalos is the correct answer.
Yeah.
Now that one was maybe going to be a little hard because his theme, Rathalos' theme doesn't actually play in World, outside of like that first cutscene where you see him in high rank for the first time. And a lot of older fans were like, "Well, what the hell? Where's Rathalos' theme song?" So, but you got it. You figured it out, which was good. I'm kind of impressed that you got that one. All right, number 5 when you're ready.
Ready now. Okay. This music makes me think quick, strong but agile.
I would say that's a very accurate descriptor of this monster. Like especially, he doesn't look like he'd be fast, but he's fast.
What type of wyvern or what type of creature?
He's an elder dragon.
Elder dragon. Okay. It's just a little bit before the minute mark. What game was it in?
That would be World. Now you're down to you're at 1 point left, so you're gonna have to guess. Unless you can figure out more stuff on your own.
So, trying to thinking out loud. Elder Dragon World. I never asked what wyvern, or I asked what type of creature it was, right?
Yeah, that's why I told you it was Elder Dragon.
Oh, Elder Dragon, that's right. Elder Dragon World. I would have to assume you do meet some Elder Dragons in low rank, but I don't think low rank. I think high rank is when you get to meet all the Elder Dragons.
You do meet. Okay, Here, okay. Let me clarify this before I confirm your suspicion. Would you count it, an optional quest as like confirmed you met an Elder Dragon in low rank?
I mean, yeah, technically.
Okay, then if we're counting optional quests, you do meet 3 Elder Dragons in low rank, and then in high rank, you run into those same 3 again, as well as 3 more, so total of 6 Elder Dragons in world that this could be.
Olive. This is really.
Now,
really
I'll throw you a bone here, because you ran through your points pretty quick here. It's one of the 3 low rank elders, and it shows up during a story quest where you're doing something else, and then this monster just shows up.
What's the Rotten Vale one?
Valhazak.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Valhazak.
It was Nergigante.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Nerg shows up during the first Zora Magdaros fight in low rank.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
All right, so you are at 6 points out of 15 total.
Yeah, doing better than I expected for themes.
Now, I will say, something that's kind of impressed me is you've been pretty good at figuring out which game the song comes from. Even if you don't know what monster, but like you've been able to tell the difference between World and Iceborne music and Wild's music pretty well.
I'm just surprised, honestly.
All right. Number 6, go when you're ready.
I keep forgetting I'm the one playing it.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely getting a powerhouse type monster. Good sense of aura.
This guy packs a lot of aura. Like he should be a flagship, but he's not. So like the box art monster, he should be the box art monster, but he's not.
Okay. This is definitely a Wilds game.
That is
monster.
correct. It is a Wilds monster.
I am really torn because aura and your little accidental thing that he should be a flagship monster. I'm almost certain Arkveld is the flagship monster for Wilds.
Arkveld is the yes. That wasn't accidental. It was a subtle hint at like if you were smart enough to catch it, it would rule out Arkveld.
And in all honesty, when I was listening to the music, it was honestly drawing me between Arkveld and Ray Dow. So I think I'm gonna go Ray Dow.
Ray Dow is the correct answer. You're up to 9 points now.
Yeah.
You got 3 for 3 on that one.
Hell yeah.
All right, next one when you're ready. I don't know if you're gonna get this one.
Here's hoping. 64. Devil Joe. My boy, my angry pickle.
All right, so you're at 12 out of
18?
No, 12 out of 21.
I love my angry pickle. Devil
Yep.
Joe's the GOAT of all time.
All right, next one. Now, the next one has a very particular instrument that only 6 monsters in the franchise use.
Ooh.
And if you figure out what that instrument is, that's a hint as to what he is. So, when you're ready.
Listening now. Hmm. Definitely giving off like big bad evil guy, almost main villain, possibly main villain energy.
That's close enough, I'll give it to you. He is a flagship of an older game. Not one that you've played, but just like in his first appearance, he was the flagship. So yeah, he kind of is like the main character in his game.
Okay. For some, I'm not saying this is my answer for sure. For some reason, my mind started going towards Fatalis, started going towards Alatreon, or hell, even that one other monster. What was the one that we fought in the? I think in that like hot springs area or something like that. That like does a meteor attack. You have to break off the shield, the rocks on its body to.
Shara Ishvalda is what you're talking about.
Yeah, Shara Ishvalda, kind of giving off one of those vibes.
I see how you come to that conclusion, but since it's not technically part of the hint, I'm not going to count this one against you. But no, it's not on that. It's not in that tier. The song definitely conveys that kind of energy, but like, if I don't know if you ever listened to Alatreon's theme song, Alatreon's theme song is very slow and subtle for most of it. Not the opposite of this. This one's energetic. This one's fearsome. So this is like, I see how you came to that conclusion, but I think you've gone too far in terms of like the power and ferocity of the monster. Also, one more thing to remember is Shara Ishvalda is not the flagship of Iceborne because he's not on the cover. Valkana is the flagship of Iceborne. And Fatalis and Alatreon were secret monsters. Capcom would never acknowledge their existence until World. So, it's definitely not going to be one of them.
Okay, so flagship of a different monster.
I guess, okay. I'll give you this one a free hint because I realized I probably should have led with this one. This is a monster that I'm not actually entirely sure you spent too much time hunting in the game it was from, like that you know it from. You spent more time hunting its subspecies than you did its actual like normal version. But both of them have the same theme song.
The subspecies. Interesting.
Now you do still have all three of your hints, so.
Yeah. What type of monster is it?
It is a fanged wyvern. So it walks on four legs, no wings. Typically looks a little bit like a mammal, kind of like Tobi Kadachi looks like a squirrel, right? Fanged wyverns tend to look like a mammal.
I kind of want to say it's a T-Rex.
Nope, T-Rex is a flying wyvern. So.
Oh, damn! I thought it wasn't.
Yeah, because T-Rex's front legs are wings. Even though he walks on them and he doesn't really fly in World, he still has wings. Like Diablos is also a flying wyvern, even though he doesn't fly.
Damn. Damn, this one's tough.
Yeah, this one is probably good. This is one of the harder ones.
Spent more time fighting its subspecies than the regular species.
And to be clear, I don't even think you fought the subspecies very much. I can just confirm that you have fought it because there's like a 12-second clip of us fighting it on my YouTube channel.
Excuse me while I go to YouTube. Just nonchalantly hearing you talk in the background.
But yeah, it's a.
I'm drawing a blank, honestly, and I don't want to lose too many points because I don't think I'm going to get it, but go big or go home. I'm just going to say Rajang.
Nope, because I already told you Rajang's not on this.
Fuck! Why do I keep forgetting that?
I will throw you a pity point. Or not a pity point, a pity hint. I don't know if you'll remember this. He won the most popular monster in the franchise community vote back in 2024. He's the player base's most favorite monster. He's and for very good reason. He's a very cool design with a cool fight and mechanics. But I think you're just kind of like
No, I'm drawing a blank.
you give up?
Yeah.
It's Zinogre. All right.
Only I focused on worlds as much as I did wilds. I feel like if this was all wilds monsters, I'd get them a lot faster.
Well, and you know the sad thing about Zinogre is, besides the fact that if he had been in wilds like he was originally supposed to, then you probably would have gotten it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Thanks, Capcom. This loss is for you.
But the other thing is, like, in Iceborne, he's very missable, which is why I'm not sure you fought him very much. You have to kind of go out of your way to fight Zinogre. But you fought Stygian Zinogre because you have to for the story of Iceborne. All right, number 9 when you're ready.
I am not excited for any of this. I hope you know.
Yeah, I could not tell by the sound of your voice.
This sounds like a wilds monster.
It is indeed a wilds monster.
It's crazy how I'm getting this.
I know. I'm really impressed.
What type of monster?
That was the right question to ask because that's really going to narrow it down. It's a cephalopod. So an octopus.
What? Oh my gosh, that's gonna only bring it down to like 2 monsters.
Yeah, it narrows it down to 2 out of 250 something monsters.
I want to rewind that.
Okay.
Locking in Neudra.
It is New Udra. Because Shuwu doesn't have a theme of its own.
Yeah, Shuwu is kind of the lesser cousin.
Yeah. Alright, number 10 when you're ready.
Yeah, any chance I get to say Zuwu, I'm going to take that chance just to annoy you.
I know you.
Okay. Okay. That's definitely a world monster. Would I be correcting and assuming?
That would not be correct.
Wow. The one out of 10 that I got wrong.
I think you forgot.
Wait, that's Godzilla. Motherfucker,
there we
that's
go.
Godzilla. Like, wait a minute.
I was about to say you forgot I was about to say it sounds like you forgot something important I told you before we started, but then you remembered. Wait, there's a trick question.
No, I knew there was a trick question. I remember that this whole time, and I'm like, this sounds really big and powerful. Why I think I know Wilds well is because there's a little more trumpet, there's a little more light energy and power to it, whereas Worlds has, in my opinion, more heavy, strong, powerful kind of musical sound to it.
I guess I can see that. Yeah.
I hear a lot more trumpets with Wilds themes than I do World, and there's just a lighter, powerful energy than a. It's more like a quick speed, powerful type of energy versus a slow and strong, powerful.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so when I reheard it for the first time, I'm like, dun dun. Dun. I'm like, wait a minute. The, the two brain cells finally clicked in my head. All that space, and they finally touched.
So real quick, out of 27, you're at 9, 12, 14. You're at 17 out of 27.
Okay, better than I expected.
Yeah, you're getting there. So out of 11.
So now, final one. This is a Wilds, right?
It is a Wilds.
Hmm. Now, correct me. High rank is you get out of low rank before you get to Zoshia, correct? Or is that after Zoshia?
Zoshia is the end of low rank. High rank starts with that capture Yonkook.
Okay.
But since we're talking about rank, here's your free hint. There is a very similar, but not the same monster in low rank that is not in high rank. Because the high rank, like this monster, replaces the low rank monster that is very similar to it.
Oh, I know I've heard that theme. This one is really close for me. Oh,
It's
damn.
yeah, the entire time I can hear it roaring in my head.
What type of creature?
It is a flying wyvern. So again, that's 2 legs, wings, which it may or may not walk on, because some flying wyverns walk on their wings, some don't. So.
Steve.
Not Steve.
Fuck. It replaced a low rank monster.
Yep. There's one monster that's only in low rank. That does not show up at all in high rank because this replaced it.
So this monster is a low rank monster, correct? Or are we talking about the high rank monster that replaces it?
High rank monster that replaces the low rank.
Ooh.
And you will kick yourself if you don't get it.
Thinking out loud. So a monster that doesn't show up in high rank but does in low rank. I'm trying to think. There is high rank Rampopolos. There's no high rank Balaharas, right? Yeah, there is. There's high rank Balaharas.
Yep. And none of those that you've said so far are flying wyverns either. Rampopolo is a brute, and Balahara is a leviathan.
And I'm trying to think of what monster it replaces. So trying to do reverse order of operations.
Right.
I don't think there's high rank Chatacabras though. And Jarakin is in both.
But here's the thing you got to think about for Chatacabra is, does Chatacabra have a theme? The answer to that is
No.
no.
Hmm. Flying wyverns, flying wyverns. Um, there is a Gormagala in low rank and in high rank.
There's not a Gore in low rank, but you gotta think, if Gore's not in low, does he replace anything?
I'm gonna go Gormagala.
It is not Gormagala.
Damn. Trying to go biome by biome. The forest, the forge, zoos.
Here's a free hint. You only fight the low rank monster in one biome, and you fight it there twice. However, you encounter it in one other biome, but you don't fight it there. You fight it only in this one biome. The high rank monster that replaces it, which is again the one you're trying to figure out, is high rank, shows up in more than one biome.
You know what? I'm just gonna go for it because I'm drawing a blank. I don't want to take up too much time. Gravios.
It was Arkveld.
Fucking A, Arkfeld.
Because it replaces Guardian Arkveld.
That's right. Damn. Disappointed in myself.
So, you got 17 out of 30, which translates to...
A little over half, so like an F+. Plus.
You got 56.7% of these correct.
So F+. Plus.
Yeah. So, if we compare your score...
I'm very familiar with the high 50% from high school.
So, the only zeros you got were Lagiacris, Nergigante, Zinogre, and Arkveld. So split evenly between World and Wilds. God, it is funny to me. Like that there is some relation between what you missed. Lagiacris and Zinogre were both last minute additions. Zinogre last minute to Iceborne. Lagiacris was like, was so last minute they had to put it into a title update. And then Arkveld and Nergigante were the flagships of their game. And you missed them.
Yeah.
So, but you got Godzilla, which is the important thing, because if you had not gotten Godzilla, I would have laughed at you so hard.
Yeah. I knew there was a trick question. That's why earlier I was like, oh, this many points out of 10, or this many out of 10 themes.
Yep. So.
I knew. But...
So that was the themed quiz. Pat on the back, you did in some ways about where I expected, but like at the same time you impressed me in things that I didn't expect, like just knowing on vibes whether it's a World or Wild song. I don't think you missed any, like, you misidentified any of the vibes. The only one you did was Godzilla, and obviously that didn't count because it was neither.
Yeah, but in all honesty, the vibes of his theme song definitely fit more with World than Wilds.
I think there's a version of the Godzilla's theme that definitely would fit Wilds, but yeah, that one specifically that I used is very World. It kind of packs a similar energy to Zinogre, with the they both use. I'm gonna make myself sound like an idiot here if I'm wrong, but They both use electric guitars. The ogre definitely does. I assume that Godzilla also does, just because it sounds similar. But yeah, congratulations. I am actually clapping.
Woo!
I'm here's a toast to you. I press the So, congratulations. We will do a roar quiz later at some point. I don't know if we're going to film it, if we're going to record it like right after this, or if we're going to record it another day. Maybe we want to go hunt something instead. So, but goodbye YouTube. Say goodbye to YouTube, Julian.
Help, I'm being held against my will.
Shut up. Get back in the basement.